Hey everybody, I'm going to Goodwill. I haven't been on in a little while, so I thought I'd come on and just have a little chit chat with y'all. Things have been pretty good. I mean, ups and downs. Life stuff, focusing a lot on my kids. I'm, moved to Colorado. First of all, hi if you're new. Margaret, and you are. So it's gonna get dark. It's getting dark outside sooner. It's like not even 5 o'clock yet. But I haven't made a video, I don't know, since October, September. I have these shorts that go up, but that's about it right now. Because they're just scheduled, honestly. But I've had to take a step back from making videos for a little bit because it's almost like I lost my way. And I've been making YouTube videos and reselling and doing all this stuff for like 10 or 11 years now. And there have been a few times where it's just been too much. Hang on, I'm gonna adjust. Look at that sunset back there though. How about that? And you just have to be able to take a step back and like shake your head like a wet dog and try to figure out who you are, where you are, and why you're wet, And that's kind of where I've been lately. Like, where am I? Who am I? Why am I? Because you start feeling like you're going through the motions of just, I don't know, you lose sight of like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I making this video? Why am I doing it because it's just like a habit? And am I loving it? I'm trying to drive and look at the sunset. Problems I have in Colorado. Here's an aside. I have this problem living here because the mountains are beautiful and the sunsets are beautiful. And I'm trying to drive and like look at the beautifulness of it all. Look how dark this is. Well, anyway, so I haven't made videos in a bit. I am still working. I'm still like doing some print on demand. I listed a bunch of stuff this weekend, but just taking like a big giant step back and focusing on the kids. Because I think with the move last year, we moved in June, late June, and then we moved again in December, moved into our house. So we've only been in our place for a year now. And I just push. Basically, that's like, and I have many breakdowns. I had a mini breakdown today, but not bad. Like I'm doing way better about stuff like that. Like I had like a 5-minute because something happened. I had everything lined up. Like I'm really good about scheduling things and making sure things are like lined up and something kind of like boop, surprise. And plan for type stuff. And I'm like, why? I just wanted to sit on the couch for a second. So, yeah, just thought I'd check in, say hey for a second. And I'm going to Goodwill because yesterday I found 2 pair of like almost brand new Rothy's shoes. And I'm not a shoe seller, but I know Rothy's and I know how pricey they are. And I got, I think I ended up buying like 4 pairs of shoes. I'm like, I wonder if they put anything new out today. So I'm gonna go check that out. What else? I'm just gonna have to like do a few just videos like this where I'm just chit-chatting. Maybe not like, I'm here to help you, teach you something, blah de blah, which I enjoy doing a lot, but I'm also like, I sometimes feel like I lose sight of things, or I'm guilty as anybody else, like comparing myself to others and like seeing like, oh, what are they doing? And this is why I love connecting with other resellers and YouTubers, but sometimes I can't. And it's because I end up comparing myself sometimes, and it's funny that way. Like you can be as successful as you are at whatever you're doing and still be like, and it's not a jealousy thing either, but like you see what somebody else is doing and that's their thing and you're like, ooh, should I be doing that? Should I be doing that? Should I be doing that? Oh, now it's really dark. Should I be doing that? here, let's shed a little light on this situation here. So I'm pulling into the driveway. I don't normally drive with the light on, so, but because I'm pulling into the parking lot, I thought I'd pop it on for a second. I'm a Goodwill. Okay. So I fell into that trap of that and like the should do's, and I know better. I know you're going to tell me in the chat, why are you doing that? I know better, because I'll tell you the same thing. It's the same advice. How many of us, hey, ready? Show of hands. I'll pretend I can see them. You are amazing at giving advice. But boy, taking your own advice, psh, right? Am I right? Okay. So, how long am I here for? Okay. Maybe I'll turn the light on for a second. So yeah, I found these Rothy's and they're still in the car, but what happened? What's been going on? It's just been a lot the last, I feel like self-conscious having this light on in the car. Oh well, whatever. Really just been focusing on my kids a lot lately, because with the move and all, like making friends has been not a huge struggle, but we're, you know, it's different because we were in Austin for 5 years, and so we'd really gotten a good community going and a good flow, and we come here and it's like, I'm a big, like, if you build it, they will come. And so that's what kind of happened in Austin, because there were a few little groups here and there, and I'm like, we need to get this thing running. So I created this, it was called Austin Area Secular Homeschoolers. So I created that group, and it just grew and grew and grew finally. And like we were creating events, and there was like teen events every week because my kids are teens now, and you know, creating all kinds. That's just the way I like. Okay, we can't find it. Okay, let's make it, right? Like my son was like really into digital art and animation, so we couldn't find anything. There were no classes. Like, okay, let's do this. Let's make it. So we created this event. We met at the library, you know, twice a month, and slowly that built up, you know. And so just I think too, like showing my kids, like teaching them, sometimes you don't find what you want, and so you got to make it happen. And the first time you make this event, you make these things, you know, people don't show up because they're just like, what is this thing, and who's really going, and blah blah blah. People are weird like that. But then eventually it's like you start building. And so after being in Austin for 5 years, we had a good, you know, group of teens that we did stuff with, you know, almost every week, if not every other week. And then like, you know, all of this stuff. So coming here, same story, different state. There are pockets of groups, and you know, there's a lot of religious homeschoolers, which no problem, but that's not who we are, and we don't make that our focus. I'm not like anti, but we're more secular. And unfortunately, my kids have had some negative interactions with some Christian homeschool kids who basically told my son he was going to go to hell, and he was like, what? You know, you don't go to church, you're going to hell. So yeah, they've had some kind of like, so that's been a little bit of like unworking I have to do. I'm like, it's not everybody, but there are gonna be people, you know, but either way, whatever. Got to take it person by person. So here we are, and now I'm like in this same boat where we're trying to build this again. And it's a little different now because my kids are a few years older, 14 and just turned 17. My eldest just turned 17. So it's almost at that age where it's weird, like your parents are setting things up, but also my kids aren't on social media. So there's like this weird balancing act thing going on here. So, you know, my son has been doing a lot, my younger has been doing a lot better with making friends and stuff, and they still can have connections with friends back home, you know, that they Zoom with and play games with and stuff like that. So totally just what's been going on in the world. So that's where I've been like really focusing in on like my kids, our mental health, all of our mental health, making connections, not only for them, but for me. You know, I think I shared I joined Toastmasters and other stuff, because like this, we're good. We're good. But in front of a group of people, not so good. Or one-on-one, if I'm like popped up on and like I don't know somebody, or I don't know somebody well, just this goodwill. Like 2 days ago, somebody from Toastmasters saw me here and was like, "Hey, Margaret," and I'm like, "Oh," you know, like, and it took me like, I know your face, I don't know who you are, where do I know you from? And it was super awkward. Like, I'm really awkward in person. So to my point, my Toastmaster club, our club, I ended up being the representative for this virtual Toastmasters competition, and I won for our little, I don't know if it's a district or area or what have you. I won, so I have to go into the next. But the thing was a virtual competition. So I'm on camera. I can do this, right? And so then my club's like, "Oh, well, you got to come do it now for us live, like at our group." And I know everybody there. I get up in front of everybody and I like fumble the words and I can't speak. And the thing is, and I tell them after, and it's wonderful because they're all giving me great advice. And I'm telling them, the thing, here's what's getting me, is as I'm delivering my speech and I see Bob's face and he's made a face, or he's smiling, or he's made a noise, like I'm looking this way and I say something and Bob laughs and I turn to see like he's laughing, and then I get distracted, like, was he laughing at it? You know, like I get in my head. So it's funny that way, but it's been really good for me. So yeah, doing that, like joining a gardening club, like trying to, it sounds like old lady stuff, right? But I just have to like meet people and find people. So truly that's what's been going on since September. I took a trip back in September too. We went to Washington and Canada. And then it's just been like the holiday stuff, right? My parents came like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. My brother and his wife came for Thanksgiving. Then the kids and I went to Disney World. And then my mom picked my mom up today from the airport, and she'll be here for 2 some odd weeks. So it's just like boom, 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 right? And I know somebody's probably gonna say this about the kids. I homeschool them, but I just started them in with something here they have called an options program. And so this school year, they're going 1.5 days in person to, it's like a high school. Like they switch classes, they get to pick their classes, and the next year they'll be able to go 2 full days. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on, you know. And I was talking to my mom today, is like, I really need to start making videos again. It's just been, I think me trying to like sit down and make like a big edited video, it seems like too much right now. So if I can do this and like just come live, or not live, or just make a quick video and then just catch up with stuff, I could, you know, like share what I sold, because I had really good sales this weekend, you know, and I need to take pictures of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go in before somebody buys all the Rothy's that I know are sitting there just waiting for me, right? All right, I'll see you guys very soon, and thanks for hanging out and hanging in there. And I appreciate all your support. Look, now I need the light under my face like this. All right.